Let's go. There you go. What do you think this is? I like the way they picked Zool to go on the title page. Obviously the Chinese are great fans of the underdog games. Whatever, mate. So this is a Chinese bootleg Mega Drive. Already realised what a shit review everyone else has done, because they haven't fucking mentioned the horrendously cheap button. And the joystick is micro switched, yeah, but it's a bit like the difference between a 1980s transit van gear lever and a BMW 635 CSI, sir. No idea what happened there. All I did was tap the maybe it switches off after a while. So yeah, you got 145 games in one, as you can see. Picture quality is pretty good for a composite video. So, you know, just a matter of going through the games now. So excuse me while I put the volume down on this horrendous Mega Drive music. Fuck off. If you're offended by that, you're a fucking idiot. Mega Drive sound chip is horrible, mate. It's like a cheap fucking toy. Except in the hands of very few composers. Like the bloke who did the soundtrack for Gauntlet 4. Other than that, it's basically shit. Just like the arcade machines. Good sound comes from the Amiga and the C64, mate. Nothing else. But yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the video quality. I'm not impressed with the lack of stereo sound. So, you know, it's only a replacement for a Mega Drive 2 really. Fucking rolled up stone smoke. Yeah, some of the names go off the edge of the screen. I'm hoping that's just bad design on their part. Some of these games are actually quite expensive. Now I bought this because I saw at least 3 of the games I had. However, I don't believe Gauntlet is on here. Speaking of Chase HQ, I found out there is a version of Chase HQ on the PlayStation 2. It's only released in Japan and it's fucking £100, isn't it? And my PS2 don't play Japanese shit anyway. And if I have to use a chipped PS2, I might as well burn my own copy. Fuck the resellers. They're all on fucking benefits anyway. They've all got an IQ of fucking 3. They're fucking losers. If you buy anything from a reseller, you're a fucking loser as well, mate. Resellers are scum. Look, Thunder Force 2 is there. I had Thunder Force 2. Pack Billy will be happy to hear that Dark Castle is on here. His favourite game in the whole world, I believe. We all know Ghostbusters is good on here. Street Smart, don't know that. My nephew had Truxton when he was a little shit and he first got his Mega Drive. James Pond is shit on everything. They should have just called it Robocop. Twin Hawk is good actually, although I prefer the PC Engine music. Again with a dig at the sound chip. Sorry mate, the SNES isn't any better though. A fucking 64k limit for all the instruments across 16 channels, 8 stereo channels is fucking ridiculous. But then Nintendo are fucking cocksuckers anyway. And so are their fucking fans going on about EA is not supporting the Switch, please, EA you scum. Look mate, electronic farts, they make shit games. Sims is fucking horrendous and so are all the sports games they make. However, it's not their fault mate. PS4, Xbox One and PC are basically the same fucking hardware. So when they write a game for all three of those, it costs them the same as doing a shitty Nintendo Switch game. And the other thing is, the Nintendo Switch uses one of them shit ARM CPUs that you get in a fucking phone that the millennial cocksuckers seem to be in love with. Swipe, swipe, fuck off. And they didn't solve any problems. They're just as bad as Sinclair. They compromise the design. Half the CPU power is in the dock, one CPU is in there, and one is in the actual fucking games console. How fucking stupid. And the operating system is a derivative of the Nintendo DS operating system, which is great for making 1080p games from the PS4 and Xbox One X. Isn't it? Yeah. Let's get them pricks who wrote Jelly Monsters and Star Battle on a VIC-20 to write an operating system. I can't see anything going wrong with that. Oh, that's got win written all over that. So it's going to cost them a fucking fortune. They can't even use the same fucking textures, never mind the same fucking development code. And then no one's going to fucking buy it, because most people who buy a Switch think Mario is a god of all fucking games. When actually, when you say that, it makes you a fucking prick. Only Americans can get away with saying that, because they're all fucking idiots. They don't know anything about games, mate. That's why they're in love with the NES. Ooh, Vapor Trail. So yeah, that's my little rant over and done with. Obviously I haven't had my coffee yet. Space Harrier 2 was shit on the Mega Drive and on the Amiga. At least the games are labelled properly. Now there is one other problem with this shit, and that is the fact that the joystick is on the wrong side, mate. You have to use a joystick with your left hand. So this is a special console for left-handed people only. If you're not left-handed, you're going to get pissed off. Yeah, I had Golden Axe, I had Thunder Force 3, Thunder Force 2. I didn't like the music on Thunder Force 4. It was a shit sound chip trying to do a shit fucking soft rock fucking American trash type fucking soundtrack. Forget it, mate. There's shit on the Amiga. And not because there's anything wrong with the sound chip. It's because that kind of music is shit. Xenon 2. The biggest turd of all time. Yeah, Marble Madness appears twice in the review version I saw. And here it doesn't. That's odd. Isn't that weird? The aquatic game. Fucking James Pond shit. Wacky Worlds, no thanks. Miss Pac-Man, that doesn't look good. That's a fucking typing piece of shit. Sweatshop, fucking little Asians banging away at their fucking Windows consoles writing that shit. Windows 95. So some games may actually be missing now. Right, okay, so I've seen Golden Axe, I've seen Thunder Force, but they had Afterburner. Is Afterburner on here? Donkey Kong 99. Ooh, that's a Donkey Kong cunt tree. Yeah. A tree that's a cunt. What Afterburner 2 is there? Yes, the best fucking platform game on any 16-bit system. Castle of Illusion on the Mega Drive. What, you thought it was Mario? Don't be a prick, mate. Mario's for slow people. Super Mario World. There was nothing super about it. The fucking console sold fuck all. Until the Street Fighter 2 pack come out in Europe. We've got taste over here, mate. Yeah, so I think the games are all still there. But on the 2 reviews I saw, game number 145 was actually Marble Madness, and game 139 was Marble Madness as well. Dragon, the Bruce Lee stuff. You're getting quite a lot of high-end. Pity they ain't got Mortal Kombat 2. Well, that's a shame. Super Mario 2. I'll be skipping that, thank you. I think Alex Kidd was the packing game I got. Oh, Bubble and Squeak. I didn't know that was on the Mega Drive. Top Gear 2 was very shit on the Amiga, and so was the first one, despite the fact that Lotus 2 was fucking arse raping the programmers in their mind. How could they release that? How can you release any racing game after Lotus 2 that's not as good as Lotus 2? You might as well just hold up a big sign saying I've got a tiny cybercock and I've got a fucking tiny brain to match because I can't program as well as Sean Southern. Piss off. Micro Machines for the little shits. Keep them quiet in it. Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. Oh look, Contra's on here. So they got the 2 Thunder Force games, Golden Axe, Afterburner 2, and Castle of Illusion. Now I remember having those games. They're the ones I seem to remember the most. I can't remember what else I had on the Mega Drive. I'm discounting Cash Converter's fucking £4, £3 games that you bought in the late 90s. My mate borrowed this from, what's it called? Blockbusters, I think it was, not the other one. Yeah, so they've replaced Marble Madness with Miss Pac-Man. Rampart. Why put Rampart instead of Gauntlet? Fuck off. Oh look, they scroll up and down, that's interesting. Music is fucking horrendous, obviously. What the hell is that? In case you're in any doubt, this is a Mega Drive clone. Copyright 1992, Mish. Feels a bit weird having the console and the joystick in one. Especially as it has to be on the table. So yeah, not a fan of the buttons. Is this some sort of Jungle Explorer? Is it a fucking JRPG? And you know they're shit because JRPG, those letters, if you say them really quickly together, you know what it sounds like? That's what it fucking sounds like because they're shit. You're right, reset. Fucking massive respect for the reset button there. Thank you, sir. I don't like basketball games. Basketball games peaked with International Basketball on a Commodore 64 for $8.99, I believe it was, possibly cheaper in Argos. Comic Zone, not my cup of tea. In fact, most Mega Drive games are actually shit. It's not Sega's fault, it's because people who bought them had no fucking taste. Go on then, let's give it a go. Electronic Farts, who hate Nintendo apparently. What a bunch of fucking pricks these Nintendo fanboys are. It'll cost a fucking fortune to do Wii versions of the games. More than it'll cost the PS3 and the PS4 and the Xbox One version. PS4 running the superior Unix operating system. Can you hear how horrible the sound is? So where's the options then? I'll stop doing that. I don't want music, that's the thing. I suppose. There we go. They could have written up and down, I suppose. Music sounds really fucked actually, and not because Royal Mail were playing football with my fucking parcel for 3 days before getting it out on the van, fucking cocksuckers. Oh, that's right, this is actually Lotus 3, because there was no Lotus Turbo Challenge, there was only Lotus 2 on the Mega Drive, which was called, you know, Lotus Challenge or whatever. Yeah, that seems good, that seems good. Good. What was my favourite? Oh, I don't remember that. Is that meant to be the desert though? Snow is boring, roadworks is annoying, rain is... No, that's the desert. What the fuck is this one then? No, that's random. Is it that one? I can't remember which one switches the Rex on. Automatic gears. So the sound quality is fucking horrendous. I mean, technically, it's fucking distorted. Terrible emulation. They should have spoken to Steve Snake, sir. The only person who understands the Mega Drive hardware as far as emulation goes. Right. Well, that's a bit weird. Should have gone to sound effects. Yeah. I hope there's a 60Hz switch inside this because the graphics are a bit squashed. We'll go with sound effects, I think. Thank you. Okay, I don't remember this one. Horrendous. It's no zip stick. Might be micro switch, but it's not a zip stick, sir. These are fucking horrible graphics on the floor. What the fuck am I driving on? Fucking what was that stuff called? Hardcore, that was it, yeah. Builders Hardcore. And I don't mean the magazines in there, fucking breakroom. Just broken up pieces of fucking stone you put down before you lay the concrete. Yeah, the aspect ratio is definitely wrong. This is a 60Hz console forced into 50Hz, which means my TV is not stretching the image. They cocked up, what a surprise. Chinese bootleg console makes cock-ups in design. But they cocked up the fucking C64 in a joystick, who can forget that? They made fucking thousands of the shits. And then poor old Jerry Ellsworth had to fucking come up with a cheap fix for their fucking mistake, which she did because she's a genius. Why don't people fucking talk to her and fucking get Amiga in a joystick out and all this shit? She got further than anyone else doing the FPGA for the Amiga. She actually said it was less complex than trying to fucking replicate all the bugs in the Victor and the SID. Because even if there are bugs in Porsche, yes, Porsche, that's the name of the Amiga 1000 sound chip, Port Audio, Agnes and Daphne, yes, it was called Daphne. Well, this is very boring. There's hardly any cars on the track. I can't blame the Chinese for that. This is down to whoever done the conversion. Probably someone who sat on their thumbs all day. Did they play the Amiga version for more than 2 seconds? Yeah, that's pause. It's almost like I'm cheating, but I'm not. Yeah, so the joystick's way too long on this stupid thing. Like I said, a bit like the difference between changing gear in a fucking 1970s Ford Transit and a 1970s BMW. Yes sir, there is a problem with that. Just because a joystick has micro switches doesn't make it great. And it's got shitty competition pro style buttons. They're fucking horrible actually, they're probably worse than that. Alright, them stupid things are extra time, so it's a Buggy Boy rip-off on this thing. And I bet if you don't get them, you don't win the fucking race. When's the fucking thing gonna... Thank fuck for that. A little disappointed in that. Ah well. Luckily for you, the camera battery's flashing, so you don't have to listen to my vitriol. Sorry, big words again, innit? Well, we can see the other courses here quickly. There's definitely something wrong with that music. Yeah, this level seems alright. More cars. Let's go back to the menu. But this music don't sound distorted. Were they trying to play some samples on the poor old Mega Drive? Were they using the official sample playback channel? Which is fucking horrible. I've heard better samples on a C64 demo than a fucking Mega Drive. So you got Streets of Rage, there you go. I think Streets of Rage 3 is on here somewhere. Holding this shit up don't help. I'm sure I saw Streets of Rage 3 on the other ones, on the ones that were reviewed with 2 copies of Marble Madness. I'll do Afterburner next, I think. No, actually, we'll do Thunder Force 3. Yeah, look, Streets of Rage 2 is on this one. Be interesting to see Raiden. Raiden was quite a swish arcade, converted well to the PlayStation console. Double Dragon 3. Ah, fuck, it's not on here. Yeah, let's try Afterburner. I know I said Thunder Force 3, didn't I? Where the fuck is that? next to Golden Axe, and they both exist. There we go. Musha! Looks like a shoot 'em up. Trampoline, please. But there probably is over 125 games here. There we go. This is terrible, isn't it? Music is slow. Right, these are all NTSC games. Gonna have to open this bastard up. Yeah, music is slow. Okay, little disappointed with that. No, we said Thunder Force. I bet they've been massacred. Fucking massacred, bro, isn't it? Sure it was 100, yeah, there it is. Bloody thing. There we go. Yeah, this is like a Mega Drive Mark III in terms of sound quality. Ah, man. I'm really not happy now. Now this music is going at the right speed. Sounds fucking horrible though. Gonna have to see if there's anything you can do on the motherboard here. Maybe the sound is just too high because the volume, look where the volume is on the fucking TV. Let's try something. Well, that's not good. That's a bit weird. Just plug the sound into a different phono port and it reset the fucking machine. Yeah, so the volume is way too high for this thing. So even if you put a resistor between the output. Oh man. Can't remember, no, it was this one, I like Ellis. This is my favourite Mega Drive tune of all time probably. And it's been fucking destroyed. I'm glad Gauntlet 4 is not on here. Yeah, sound is fucked actually, it's horrible. Why don't people mention these things, man? Fucking, they're the ones doing shit reviews. I do the shit unboxing, but they do the shit reviews, mate. Sound is distorted to fuck. It's way too loud. Coming out the phono port. Listen to that, man. Sounds fucked. Sounds like a C64 sample playback of the fucking Mega Drive tune. And they don't tell you the buttons.